on doing and being, not on having. And having this is an accident. It just comes on the side then. It just happens. It took me a long time to realize this. It totally changes the way you live, because that's a life with purpose. Because it's the purpose. A purpose is a decision. You can't buy a purpose. They don't sell it in Hermes. Everybody's looking for it. No, it's not outside. You decide a purpose, that's be. And then you do a purpose, that's do. The side effect is fulfillment, loving your life, feeling excited, feeling motivated. These are side effects, but they don't exist separate to these things.
Dear friends, welcome to the Heart Mission channel. Today we meet an amazing person, a world-famous pianist who has torn everyone apart with his expressionism, impulse and passion. When I saw his video for the first time, I realized that I needed to meet him and find out the secret of his states.
What's the secret of your power, endless power?
Well, the secret is that it's not something I found, it's something that I create. People look in the distance for love, happiness, energy, purpose, motivation. You will never find it. I know, I traveled. I looked, I went to India, I did meditation 3 years. I tried everything. I worked in the bank, working for money. I did less moral things, chasing girls, buying things. You will never find what you don't need. And the truth is, you don't find any of it. You create it. If I would like to create love, for example, it takes making the time for a conversation, giving you my attention. It doesn't take 2 days in the Ritz. It takes me baking a cake and putting a candle, taking a $1 tray. That's romance. Romance is not, here's some more Louis Vuitton. Romance is, you create it. It comes from a genuine desire to have it exist, and you make those actions. So, in the case of energy, I can create being sad. I can create mass and heaviness. I can create this, but I can also create something different. And I have to have this vision of what is it that I would like? What would I like to be? What would I like to do? What would I like to have? And I start with be and do. Have is a side effect. Everybody is too distracted by what they want to have. I want to have a Ferrari. I want to have a car. I want to have a wife. I want to have happiness. But the only way you ever have anything is by doing something. If you want to have a Ferrari, then you should do a lot of work and exchange things with people. And then soon you'll have a Ferrari. It's a side effect. If you want to have happiness, you should work hard on being somebody that you admire, on doing things that you find admirable, things that you desire and respect. Like, I respect that people are kind, so I start to actively try to be more kind. And the side effect is happiness. It's the side effect, it's not, but my focus is on doing and being, not on having. And having this is an accident. It just comes on the side then, it just happens. It took me a long time to realize this. It totally changes the way you live, because that's a life with purpose, because it's the purpose. A purpose is a decision. You can't buy a purpose. They don't sell it in Hermes. Everybody's looking for it. No, it's not outside. You decide a purpose, that's be. And then you do a purpose, that's do. The side effect is fulfillment, loving your life, feeling excited, feeling motivated. These are side effects, but they don't exist separate to these things.
You're always so exciting and expressive, yeah? You're expressive. Is it usually like this, or you have some...
Yeah, all my life.
State?
No, I have another state, of course. Yeah, I call Yana couple of days ago, I'm so stressed because I suddenly realize, shit, I'm gonna have to play this concert. Look at the size of this thing. And I was like, Yana, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm gonna do. And that's also quite expressive though. But I feel I'm not just walking around like happy all the time. I feel all of the emotions very strongly, but I also don't sit in them too much. I don't judge myself based on an emotional state. I don't get scared when I feel bad that I will feel bad forever. And when somebody dies, it's the right thing to feel sad. When you're in a situation which is bad, it's correct to feel sad. It would be insane to feel good in a bad situation. And this is why I get really confused when I go to America and somebody is working in McDonald's. Have a nice day now. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, it's irrational to be that emotion in this situation. Just like it's irrational to have a beautiful life and feel sad. They're both irrational, but rationality is feeling the right emotion in the right time, and you let it come and you let it go. And emotions are also side effects. They're not your master. They're just things which happen as a result of something. And yeah.
Do burnouts happen with you?
Sure, 3 times a week.
3 times a week? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm due on in 5-10 minutes.
Oh, and what are you doing when it's happened?
This might sound crazy. Burnouts come from not working enough. Burnouts come from when you're not doing enough. Maybe you're busy, but you're not really doing what you want to do. I can, right now, for example, I really want to make original music. And I've been doing a lot of other things, going around doing this, promoting this, doing this, but it's not making the original music. And so I can feel burnt out because I'm not doing enough of the thing which I decided was important. Why can me and you, for example, let's say when you were a young girl, you decide, I would love to be the #1 ballet dancer in Russia. Why do you feel like a failure that you're not a ballet dancer, and I don't feel anything that I'm not a ballet dancer? Because I never decided I wanted to be a ballet dancer. Your decisions create success and failure. When I decided I wanted to make a great album, the greatest album that I can possibly make, one of the greatest albums of all time, that was my decision. I want to make one of the greatest albums of all time. I made that 4 years ago. For 4 years, I make many songs, throw them away, make them, throw them away. It's not good enough. It's got to be great. It's got to be great. While ever I'm working on this, I can't burn out because I'm approaching success. I'm moving towards what I defined as success. But when I start doing other stuff and I'm in Dubai and, oh, I'm in the Rolls Royce. Oh my gosh, oh, that's good. Or I'm spending a bit too much time hanging out with friends, relaxing, blah, blah. Burnout. Immediately, I start to worry at night. I start to feel bad. I start to not like myself. I start to feel like a failure. Like because in my heart, I know I should be #1 ballet dancer in Russia. I should make greatest album of all time. I make this definition of success. It doesn't have to last a lifetime. It can be a 1-week definition. This week, I would like to eat no sugar. Great. I'm sorry to talk so much.
Yeah, it's okay, it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm just listening to you.
Yeah.
How do you feel now, before concert?
Before we spoke, I felt very nervous. Now we're speaking, I feel fine. And, I'm nervous, but nervous is okay. It's the correct emotion. It shows that I care. If I'm not nervous, it means I don't give a shit. And so I've learned that it's fine to feel completely nervous before a concert because I really care. I really want to do a good job. I really want to make something special for people. I want it to be something people remember forever.
I got peace in my hand. And you know I care. If I rescue you from the darkness, would you mind? Would you mind? I could stay, I could stay with you for forever. I would you mind? I would you mind? Yeah, it's cool.
And how do you feel during the show? Like, what do you feel?
Everything.
Can you explain this?
I feel everything. I feel places that I can't reach any other way. Right now, we're sitting on a stage and it's just a piece of wood. It's nothing, it's just a piece of wood. When this becomes a show and I come on this stage, this is a spaceship. This is my steering wheel. and I can go anywhere, and I just sit down and I close my eyes because I can see better with my eyes closed. I can see what really matters. I can see the important things when my eyes are closed because I can feel people. I know how everybody is feeling. I know the energy of the room. I know exactly what is happening. And I guide it, and I guide it. Let's go here, let's go here, let's go here. Come with me over here, let's see. And it's an exploration. It's not planned. It's very organic. It's a conversation and a connection with everyone in the room. It didn't work the same on an online concert because it doesn't travel through the 5G so well.
But in the future you will.
Maybe, but this can never be replaced. You can never replace this feeling. I don't know where I go, I just know I'm not here.
Load up on guns, tell all your friends it's fun to lose and to pretend she's overboard and self-assured. I know a dirty word. When the lights out, it's less dangerous. Here we are now. Entertainers, I feel stupid and contagious. Here we are now, entertainers, yeah.
How do you feel after concert? Are you tired or?
No, I can't sleep. It's a big problem for me.
You can't sleep after?
No.
Because
I have
so much energy.
Yes, it's so much. I think, honestly, if you put a battery on me, I can charge light. I feel really, you can turn all the lights in Moscow off and just put me in the power grid and I will light everything. I am so, it's... And I can feel that it's... I go say hello to someone after the show, boom! I see people like I will meet the audience. Everyone I meet, I'm exploding, they're exploding. It's so much energy. It's so much energy. And then I go to bed and I'm just impossible. And now I stopped trying. I stopped even trying to go to bed. I just stay up and enjoy it.
And share.
Share. And today I will go to studio and I'll just use the energy. Like, instead of trying to not have energy and sleep, fuck it, just enjoy this. Just
How
fantastic.
it's work, do you know?
It's work, yeah, it's very similar to like if you don't feel like going to the gym, you have no energy, but you go to the gym. After the gym, you have more energy. You worked out for 1 hour and you feel more awake after. Surely you should feel more tired. It doesn't work like this. And this is like the gym times 1 million. Because it's a spiritual gym. You're working out the soul. You're flexing your aesthetic muscles. Physically, it's very, very demanding. But emotionally, it's very demanding. It's a heavy workout. And afterwards, there's this mixed feeling of physically exhausted and spiritually like, boom! Mm-hmm. It's so big. And it works just like the gym. Or like a conversation. I don't really feel like talking. And then you start talking and you can't stop.
So you don't need to recover after concert?
Oh, no, yes, I do.
How do you recover?
Well, because I destroy my hands every
Oh,
time.
yes.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe you go to some power places or
If
nature.
I'm in Russia, I go to Banya.
Banya.
I love Banya. And I go to Banya for a long time, not 1 hour, 2 hours. I go to Banya for half a day. I go in, I go out, I go in, I go out, I go in, I go out.
Maybe you meditate or something.
I don't meditate.
Do yoga
I have
or
conversations.
qigong.
I discover things in conversations. If there is no one there, I'll just talk to myself. I'd prefer that there is somebody there. About meditation, life is a meditation. Meditation, it comes from the word to focus. This is the derivation, the history of the word. It's about focus. It's about being able to control a busy mind and direct it to a single point of focus, whether that's your breath, whether that's a mantra, whether that's a candle in front of you, whether it's another person, whether it's my music. Nothing is more meditative than the show. nothing. It's the most deep meditation I ever experienced.
It seems like you don't have a dark time of the soul. You know this term? Dark
Like a hard time in the soul?
Dark time of the soul, you know?
I do. No, I have that. I do. I doubt,
what
I doubt
helps
myself
you?
sometimes. I sometimes don't feel confident. Sometimes I have worries. Maybe I won't make it. Maybe I suck. Maybe I'm not good enough. When I'm in the recording studio, I go to very dark places in the recording studio because it's not what I listen to myself. It's not good enough. I suck. This is terrible. Blah. I experience that, but I don't let it command me. I don't make my decisions based on that. I'm just like, okay, I've learned when you feel like that, don't make a decision. Go take a walk. Go do something. The easiest way to fix sadness is help somebody. If you can genuinely help somebody, it's gone very quickly, 5 minutes. I try to make my life this constant process of giving and this constant process of outflowing. I want to put out more than I get back. That's when you're being a light bulb. A light bulb doesn't take, it gives. A star does not take energy, it gives energy. The sun does not take energy, it gives energy. Yeah, I want to be like the sun, I want to be like the stars. I want to radiate. And every time I'm sad, it's always because I've not radiated. And so all of that energy goes, and you start to destroy yourself with it. And that's the punishment for being selfish. Sadness is always a selfish thing. You think about my feelings, how am I doing, my success, my purpose, I'm not good at me. All of your energy is destroying yourself. You need to get it out. Because the natural state of a human being is not by themselves, thinking about their watch, their body, their pecs, their abs, their ass. That's not the natural state of a person. That's what we've been forced into because social media makes you introvert. Celebrity culture makes you introvert. Everything having brands on it. Every car's got to have a big brand. Everything. It all subtly tells you you're not good enough. It subtly tells you you're not enough. It makes you introvert. It makes you put your attention on yourself. What's wrong with me? Oh, she has no wrinkles. I have wrinkles. Oh, what's wrong with me? Quick, let me get some poison and put it in my face to fix it. That's not the natural state of a human being. The natural state of a human being is very radiant. Whenever you see somebody who's doing well, whenever you see a happy person, the energy comes out like a star, like a sun. And this is just a decision.
Yeah, focus of attention.
You just put it out. Yeah. Easy as taking a walk sometimes.
What do you think about death? What is it for you?
I mean, we'll find out, I guess. Everybody's story is a tragedy. What is important is what you do in the story. But the ending of everybody's story is a Greek tragedy. And no matter how high you fly, the tragedy will be the same. But that's not a reason not to fly. It's not a reason not to live. It's not a reason not to burn brightly. It's also not a reason to be a bad person. I'm going to fuck everybody because I'm going to be dead soon anyway. No. Because you will not live with pride. You will not live with genuine self-love. You will not live with the richness that you could live with. It feels great to love yourself. You can't fake it. You can't buy it. They don't sell it in Louis Vuitton. You earn that through doing things you admire, through being somebody that you admire. Your rules, what do I admire? I admire good people. I admire people that are kind. I admire people that put bigger things before themselves. Wow. And when I start to behave that way, I start to love myself. And now I don't really need any other shit. I don't need it. And I start to experience how rich life can be. So death, who cares? We all have the ending. Yours is a tragedy, mine is a tragedy. But I don't take a bad ending and create a bad story because of it. I don't focus too much on the bad ending and then use that to create a terrible, terrible, terrible tragedy. Macbeth.
I'm asking because many people don't think about it and they waste their life. And,
people think about it. I think the average person thinks about death at least once a day. I did a post on my Instagram, how often do you think about death? And the average answer, hardly anybody said less than once a day. Everybody's thinking about it at least once a day. But a lot of people, it was surprising. They're like, about once an hour. Wow.
Oh.
Yeah. But there was very few people who didn't say daily.
Okay. And do you have some dream which is bigger than the life, you know?
So many, and I make them up all the time. Yes, I do. I have so many. I split them into different areas of impact. So like, for example, in education, I wanted to really change music education. It's why I built my school. It was not easy. I put all of my money and a lot of debt and 9 years of research into just making something purely to go, there you go, and it will live when I'm dead. Music education didn't change for 300 years. We still teach it in Latin. It's still taught with symbols nobody understands anymore. It's still taught with this complex, outdated system that requires hours and hours of practice every day. So I made a new way, and I know that this way will live for hundreds of years. I will not even be remembered. Who is Ridley? Ridley Academy. Who is Ridley? Well, who gives a shit? The work and the effect that I create will keep happening. Even though I'm dead, I'm still creating an effect, a positive change. I'm not even here and I'm making a positive change. That was inspiring to me. That's why I put all of my money and all my time into it. The staff who work in my academy, they work 7 days a week. There is no day off. I didn't say that. I didn't say you have to work 7 days a week. Everybody chooses to do that. There's no rules. I don't say you have to be at work at 9 o'clock, you have to leave at this time. We just have jobs. We need to do this, we need to do this. And people choose to work 7 days a week. And me too. I work on it every day. That shows that everybody is united in this purpose. And this is just one example, but it's the same for me in recorded music. I have the opportunity to make something that will live forever. Tonight I will do something and it will live. Yeah. If I died tomorrow, what I did for people tonight will live with them forever. It's important. People will watch this, I could die tomorrow, but they can watch this in 100 years and it will still be true.
And what's the message do you have right now for people?
I think we're living in a really strange time. There's a lot of people deliberately trying to make everybody uncomfortable so that they just snap. And they're slowly trying to turn people against people. China, America, China, Taiwan. Black lives matter. No. Gay rights matter. No. Feminism matters. No. Jewish culture matters. No. These nuances of your religion or the color of your skin or who you like to have sex with, these tiny details are not, they're 2% of what makes a person, less. But we have so much more in common. We are one people. We share goals. We share this desire to see the world be better. We share a desire to live in a good world that's getting better. We share a desire to create a better tomorrow. We share a desire to have family, to have friends. We share a desire to want to contribute something to this world that means something. Whether I'm from Iran or Scotland or Brazil, I've been to these places. I've seen we're the same. Oh, we speak a different language. We eat with the left hand, not the right hand. We drive on this side of the road, not that. Who gives a shit? It's so trivial. It's not headline news, but it's made everything because that divides. They have this politics. They have this politics. What are we talking about? We're living on a dying planet. We're fighting each other. Who cares? It's so not important. You can't look after yourself and you're talking about saving the planet. This is ridiculous. Like, what is occurring, and it's occurring so much online, is hyper-individualism. Hyper, focus on me, focus on me, focus on me. How many followers have I got? How many likes did I get? Am I better than you or worse than you? Me versus you, me versus you. Who cares? It's us. If you do better, I do better. I do better if people around me do better. I can contribute to people doing better. Why? Because then I get to live in a world with good people. I can tell a child, you're naughty, stop being naughty, me versus you. Or I can say to the child, I can look for what is right about the child, not what is wrong. Look at what is right. Ah, he's a real genius in art. Ah, you're a genius. The child will start to think, I'm a genius. Yeah. He will behave like a genius. He will become a genius. It's good for me because now I get to know a genius. I have a genius in my life. Before, I have a criminal in my life because he will grow up and start robbing banks because he knows I'm a naughty boy. What do naughty boys do? They rob banks, take drugs. Good. He will be a good naughty boy. And you will have that in your life. We create the world we live in. So, in this time where everything is pushing in, it's important to validate the good, to not be distracted by the bad that is put in your face every day. To not be distracted by hyper-individualism, all these things which introvert you, which make you dislike yourself, which make you dislike the other person, which make you feel a lack of unity, because it's not true. It's not true, it's not real. We really are one people, we really do share. We share so much, and we are all richer from the other fellow doing good. There is no competition here. We can both be successful. Everybody can win. I can like Beyonce and Kanye West and Claude Debussy and Stereophonics and Oasis and 10 Mates. It's not a competition. We can all do well. And the world would be better if we all do well. I live better when you live better. You get that by validating the good. I know it's a long way to say, but you get it by validating the good. You look for the good. I can come in this room and say what is wrong, or I can come in this room and say what is right. The second option will lead to a better world. The first option will lead to war, division, unhappiness, misery, loneliness. It's a decision to create something better than now. Not be lured into making something destructive. Not be lured into destroying everything because this is all shit. It's not all shit. He's making you think it's all shit because he wants you to destroy everything. Because he thinks that he'll be better off if you're all down and he's up. He wants you to be down and him to be up because he's stupid. If he is successful, he'll be the only man on the planet. Great, really good job. But the truth of life and how to really build a better world is to realize we do better together. We do better when we rise together. That means help. That means encouragement. That means validating the good in yourself and in others. I'm not good enough. I'm not. No, look at what is good. Strengthen what is good. And you will become a genius.
Just few words to people who, losing the way and try to find his way.
Good. You don't know what to do. Okay, you're not going to find it by thinking. And this is probably not good for the content, but you're not going to find it by listening to me on a camera either. Because you're not going to find it. You're going to create it. And you're going to create it by doing things. So it's time to get out of the head, to get out of the notebook, to get out of sitting there and thinking about it. And it's time to get into life, to engage in the game of life. You can't find what you're going to do here. You find what you're going to do out there. Go work in a coffee shop, see if you like it. No, I don't like it. Good. What's next? I want to build an app. Try it. Go build an app. Oh, I want to do this. Try it. Try it, try it, try it. Fail fast, and you will find out very quickly who you are, what you like, who you want to be. You have nothing to lose, because in the end, it's all a tragedy. And that is true.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.